Hey, Tom here with Archery Idaho. It's getting to be that time of year where people are thinking about going out and doing some bow fishing. So we're going to do this segment on the different types of bow fishing arrows, okay? So a basic bow fishing arrow is going to have a shaft. Shaft's going to be a solid shaft, real heavy because you want it to penetrate in the water. This particular one is a bolt. Most bow fishing arrows, you want to make sure they have some kind of safety slide. This has just a metal ring with a little stop. Most of the other ones that we get have what they call a safety slide. You tie your bow fishing line to, and then has a stop back there, and then of course a nock. So basic components: your shaft, your safety slide, your nock, and then the main thing we're going to talk about is your arrowhead, okay? So there's lots of different type of fishing arrowheads. Before I get to that, there's also different kind of components. This particular bow fishing arrow is solid fiberglass. That's the most common, probably the most economical. This particular one has carbon in with the fiberglass, so it makes it a lot more sturdy, durable. It's going to be a little bit more money. And then this one here has a carbon core, so it is even more sturdy and durable. This particular one is fiberglass on the inside, aluminum on the outside. Okay, basically what you want is a heavy arrow. Let's go over points now. Okay, so I'm going to start out with probably one of the cheapest points. This one right here is got a barb on it, and so when you shoot through the fish, the barbs stay there so you can pull your fish back. All of them have that barb. This one, the barbs are not collapsible, so once you stick a fish and bring it back, you're going to have to grab that arrow, twist the tip completely off, and imagine doing this with the 20-35 pound fish sitting here in the middle wiggling. Kick the fish off and then screw the tip back on. So cheap way to go, but not the most convenient. Another popular one is this one. You see the barbs move a little bit. So shoot through the fish, comes back, the barbs hold it. To get this one off, you hold the fish up, grab the tip, turn it just a couple turns, it turns the other way, and you can pull it through the rest of the fish, and the fish comes off. The one I like the best, and there's a couple different models. This one here is kind of what they call a stingaree. So see how that barb stops when it's in this position. Now, when I go through a fish and I pull it up and the fish is kind of weighing down on the barb, all I got to do is turn this arrow like 1.5 turns, and see how the barbs now fold back the other way. So now I can just pull it right through the fish without even touching the fish. Trick here is, once you got that off, before you go fishing again, make sure you turn it back on to lock those barbs in, so that when you shoot a fish, you can bring it back. Of course, you know, if you want to practice catch and release, you can just shoot it and pull the fish back. Here's another model. This one's an AMS model. Same thing. This one's got 3 prongs. All you got to do is turn it, and it goes the other way. These I like because you can't undo it. So you can only turn it so far, because, you know, if you get too excited and keep turning and turning, you don't want your point to fall off. This one, you turn it so far, it stops turning. And then, of course, put your barbs back down, release it, and you're ready to go bowfish again. So those are the basic components. Stop on in. Any questions, you know, tag us on this if you have any questions, or give us a call. Stop on in. It's weather's getting nice, and those carp are going to be spawning and going all over. So have fun.